Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You are now watching the 7th lesson in our multi-part masterclass on Celpip writing task 1, or the email task. Now, in previous lessons, we have covered the task prompt. We've looked at the outline that you should draw for your letters. We've looked at various sections of the letter, namely the salutation, the opening, the background paragraph, and the function paragraphs. Now, we want to turn our attention to the closing statements. Now, the closing statement or the closing paragraph is a one-sentence paragraph. It's a very short paragraph, as you can see, so it's only one sentence long. And this short statement marks the end of your email or letter. Basically, it's a way of telling the reader that the letter has come to an end, and then there's not going to be more information coming after it. If you are the kind of person who writes a lot of letters in English, then you should already be familiar with many of these expressions. These expressions that we use for the closing paragraph are often cliches. So we don't use novel statements here. We're going with the same old cliches that most people know and most people use in their letters. So, for example, let's take a look at two sample closing paragraphs. The first one is, "Thank you for agreeing to write me a letter of recommendation." The second option is, "Thank you in advance for your very kind cooperation." Okay, so which of these two options is better as the closing for our letter? The answer is obviously the second one. Why? Because if you think about it, the second option is a cliche. It's not a novel statement. It doesn't change depending on the topic that we're given. It's a generic statement, if you will. Remember, what the examiner wants to see in the closing is your familiarity with these cliche statements. They want to see if you are familiar with the expressions that English speakers normally use to close their letters, and they want you to use the same. So coming up with something novel, coming up with something new and different is not a merit at this point. You should always go with the familiar, recurrent, and frequent expressions that are often found in the writing of native speakers. Now, I'm going to go over some examples with you here, and each of these examples can be used in different situations. It's always a good idea to have a list or a repertoire of different options, and then choose whichever one works best on the day of the test. So let's go over some of these examples together. The first one is, "I look forward to hearing back from you soon." As you can see here, the word "back" is placed in brackets, which means you can also say, "I look forward to hearing from you soon." This is often used when we've made a request or when we are generally expecting a response from the reader. Another expression is, "Thanks in advance for your cooperation." As you can see here, the phrases "in advance" and the word "kind" are placed inside brackets. So it's possible for you to say, "Thanks for your cooperation," or you could say something like, "Thanks in advance for your very kind cooperation." Both are acceptable, and it depends on the level of politeness that you want to project in your writing. The next option is, "Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me." This is a very useful expression, which is used in cases where we have provided the reader with some information and we are offering additional information should the need arise. So you have a nice grammatical structure here, "should you have any questions," which is an if clause basically. If you have any questions, we are turning it into "should you have any questions." So you're kind of showing the examiner your familiarity with the expression, and you're using a less common expression in your writing, which could earn you some points in terms of grammar as well. The next expression is, I hope this matter will receive your urgent or immediate attention. As you can see here, the word immediate is placed inside brackets. So you could say something like, I hope this matter will receive your attention, or you could say, I hope this matter or issue will receive your immediate attention. Other examples, which I'm not going to write, but I'm just going to go over them with you, are, I trust this matter will be dealt with soon. Once again, I trust this matter will be dealt with soon. Or you could say something like, please accept my apologies for any inconvenience caused. Please accept my apologies for any inconvenience caused. And if you're writing an informal letter, your closing can be something like, hope to see you soon. Now, what do you think is the best salutation for the topic that you can see here on the screen? Leave your answers in the comments below. I'll go over them. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. In future videos, we're going to look at many more useful expressions, both for various parts of the writing, but also for different functions such as apologizing, requesting, complaining. We're gonna review a lot of expressions and language boosters to help you boost your score. Good luck and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can access the complete version of this masterclass, plus other additional lessons and practice material by becoming a member of this channel. It's simple. Head on over to the channel homepage and click the join button. Remember, you can show up prepared for your test with test wiseness to back up your knowledge and hard work.